Well, it is that time of the year. The wife's Jeep just went in, got undercoated, same with my Dodge. But she told me yesterday, I'm cold driving to work. Can you take my top off? So I proceeded to take the shirt off. Nah, I'm just joking. I knew exactly what she meant. Her original plan, she told me, was to run this top year round. I told her as soon as the cold weather comes, she's not going to like it, but she didn't listen. So now, here we are, the first week of... Actually, we're still September. We're mid-September. And she's telling me, take the top off. Put the regular hard top on. So I said, okay. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take the soft top off, and we're going to put the hard top back on. Now, to put the hard top back on, I need my wife's help because it's up in the attic, and we got a whole winch system all designed. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take this top apart, put it on the ground. I'm going to put it away, but I'm not going to leave it in the shop for the winter. It's going to go in the house in the basement, just so it's in a better climated area. I don't know if it's going to help. Maybe I'll look that up. Maybe it might just stay in the shop. I did keep the box all summer, which was very smart of me. And anyway, yeah, we're just going to take this top off. I'm not going to do a huge step-by-step on taking this top apart, because basically if you guys have been running the soft top all summer, which I know most of you Jeep guys have, you know how to take it apart. You know how to take it apart, you know how to take it off. We will need some tools to take the actual framing out, and when we get to that, I will talk about it. Now, you don't have to take it all apart. There's quite a bit of pieces that we can leave on the Jeep. For example, these back bars here, they can stay on the Jeep. So by leaving some of the pieces on, it's going to make the install next summer a little bit easier, which is always nice. Just like that, it's taken me about 20 minutes to get this entire top off. No real problems. Everything I did in the summer, I just took it off now. Just trying to find the best way to put all this back in here. Sort of like a tent. Once you take a tent out of the box, it's really, really hard to get that tent back in the sleeping bag. Sorry, it's like a sleeping bag. Yeah, why am I thinking tent? I don't know. But if you guys have ever gone camping, you buy a sleeping bag, you take it out of the sleeping bag once, and it pretty much never goes back in. don't think this is how I'm going to store this winter, to be honest. I think I'm going to spread it out somewhere. Maybe up in my rafters. This is just to get it out of my way right now. So now we're at the point to put the roof back on. So I really kind of want my wife to be awake for this because it takes two people, one person up in the rafters to winch it down and the other person to land it. But I'll get this thing backed in there and maybe I'll wait until she wakes up on the rest of the video, but I'm going to try it myself. Well, we got the Jeep in the garage. It looks like there's lots of space in this garage for this Jeep, but it's a lie. This door, there's like maybe 2 inches on either side, so I don't know, it's always a tight fit. So I don't know if you guys have seen my springtime video when I took this off, but I've come up with a way that has a boat winch. This one of those little ones you put on the front of your boat trailer, right there. Can you guys see that? Yes, right there. And it goes from that winch to a pulley system above the top, and it just lowers the top down. So that way it is a nice, smooth ratcheting system all the way up. I do have these ratchet straps on here as a secondary safety, so we will be taking those off, and then we'll be slowly lowering this down and then putting the bolts back in. It is kind of nice to have a second person up there because the unit does like to spin, but if I can just get it close, maybe I can do it by myself. So let's get this going and get the top back on for my wife. Happy wife, happy life! So, nice and easy, bring it down smooth. Now you guys see why I use that winch, right? Nice and smooth. One-handed action, the other hand to guide her down. Look at that, she's landed perfectly. Get her a little bit closer and then I'll go down and finally guide her in. You know what I did? I forgot to open the door, so I'm going to put the safety on the winch. I'm going to head down and open up the doors on the Jeep because I do not want those hooks to dig in. Pretty close, it's getting there, it's almost down. So just open up these rear doors. So then that way, because I have hooks on the side, and I don't want them to damage your paint. There, just like that. I could probably lift it down now, but I'm not going to take the risk. I'm getting close. I'm going to set it down. I'm not going to let all the weight off it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to move it around because it has guiding pins, and I just want to put the guiding pins into the proper spot. So let me get down and I'll move it around, and then maybe take the apparatus off. Well, that was pretty easy. I just moved it a bit there at the back and she dropped right in. So let's get this lifting apparatus off of it, and then we'll suck that right back up to the ceiling so it can wait till next spring. Look at that side's already off. Now we just got to do the back. One, two. There we go. Now let's suck this back up to the ceiling. a longer cable on it, I would have ran this right down to the floor. It doesn't. Now if you notice, it's not really lifting too centered right now because the weight's out. I just don't want to scratch through. I'm going to suck it right up to the ceiling. Just like that. And then it will sit there until next spring. Out of the way, not in my way at all, tucked up nice and pretty, nothing's gonna fall. Perfect. So now we can start putting the bolts back into her Jeep. And I found where I put them. So we're gonna start putting this Jeep back together now. And just like that, the top was put on. The wife did come out and help me right at the end, but mostly just for the glory. All the top is on, did it by myself. We can't close the hatch until we get the tire farther away. So she's just pulling ahead, and we're gonna be able to close this hatch very shortly. That's good there. Ready? Let's close the hatch, and then the job will be done. Ready? 20 minutes, and it was done. Nah, it's probably more than 20 minutes, probably about 35. But easy done when you have it set up properly. So hard tops back on the Jeep for the winter. Thanks for watching, guys. See you back here tomorrow.